Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to Deer Park and welcome to spring break. We've got tournament baseball on VypeFortBend.com this morning as it's the Ridgepoint Panthers taking on the Clear Falls Knights. Clear Falls, a team that has been ranked in the state top 25 according to the Texas High School Baseball poll sponsored by Diamond Pro. So it should be a pretty good matchup. In fact, this tournament that they're involved in, both of these teams, has been filled with playoff contending teams who are really going to be the high quality that you need to get ready for the postseason when the postseason comes. And both of these teams think that they have what it takes to not only get into the postseason, but go a few rounds and make it pretty interesting. Maybe even make a run at Round Rock. I'm Roger Smith. Glad to have you with us. Skylar Gillespie is the silent partner inside the mothership at Vype World headquarters, and we've got a spring break week that is full of baseball and softball. We'll tell you about that as we go along, but first it is time to bring you the Batter Up Show, and we will visit with Eddie Youngblood, the head coach of the Clear Falls Knights. As it turns out, he and I went to college in the same boring town. All right, we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. Our coverage brought to you today by Archer Volkswagen. Also, First Tire and Automotive with 4 great Fort Bend County locations, and you need to get in there. They have some amazing spring break specials. And we're also brought to you by Xfinity, home of the 10G Next Generation Network. The future starts now, and the Batter Up Show starts right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to the Batter Up Show. We've got a high-quality tournament here at Deer Park as Ridgepoint takes on Clear Falls. And it's the first time we've had a chance to visit with Eddie Youngblood, head coach of the Knights. And first of all, this is your 14th year. Is this the best team you've had, possibly or potentially?
Possibly or potentially, yes. We've had some really good teams in the past. We feel like we've got a good lineup for this year, and we'll see how it plays out as we go.
Now, when it comes to polls, I know they have nothing to do with whether your team qualifies for the playoffs and what happens once you get into the playoffs. Nevertheless, it's fun for someone like me to look at them and watch them from week to week. And I noticed that you were in the top 25 of the Texas High School Baseball poll. And how do you feel about that?
It's always exciting for fans. I think our players have watched it a little bit too much myself already. They mean really nothing at this point. You just got to go out and play every day. I think the polls recognize that we've got a good, deep pitching staff this year and a lot of guys coming back from last year. So not that it's unwarranted, but we've got to go out and earn it.
Yeah, and also, no matter what you've done, you're never as bad as some people say you are, and you're never as good as some people say you are. So you said you've got a deep pitching staff. Who are you going to put on the mound first for today's game against Ridgepoint?
Today the starter will be Tyler Simpson. Big, tall right-hander that has some good velocity. I think you'll see some good things out of him.
I know that you play in a very tough district. There's a lot of quality there, and I'm thinking it might be fun if we did this again, in the month of May. So what is the picture of your district, and as far as who is probably expected to be one of the 4 playoff qualifiers, and where does your team fit in, you think?
As far as expected, every game in our district is a difficult one. They're all well coached. They all have good pitching staffs. They all have, quality teams that can manufacture runs if they're not swinging it real well. So to be able to predict at this point is very hard to do. A lot of really good teams. I wouldn't venture out to say who I thought would win it.
Well, we're talking with Eddie Youngblood, head coach of the Clear Falls Knights. And one thing I want to ask you, I guess this will be the last question. Since you've been around a while doing a lot of high school baseball coaching, we've seen, there's probably no weather condition that you have not seen, but this is certainly uncomfortable, but not the worst. What is the worst that you ever recall in your experience as a coach?
Oh, we've had some crazy ones. We had one a few years ago over at Alvin, and it was sleeting before the game started. We were all bundled up, and last game of the night, and at that time, the Alvin coach kept saying, "Oh, I think we're good. Just wait it out. Coach, I'm ready to go home. It's cold. It's sleeting. This is not ideal for baseball." We waited it out. We had a messy game that day and got beat 4-2. So.
You remember the score. That is impressive.
With that year, I think at one point we were 23-3, and one of those 3 losses was that miserable game. So I felt pretty good about overall.
All right. Well, what do you say we get together prior to 2, if not 3 games in the month of May, where it's a Fort Bend team against your Clear Falls Knights, and hopefully it is blistering hot, just like it should be.
That sounds great. We'd love that opportunity. Thank you for being here today and for supporting high school baseball.
All right. That is Eddie Youngblood, and hopefully we'll be back with Michael Dutka, the first-year head coach of the Ridgepoint Panthers, and get his take on this game in a very high-quality tournament. I think it'll help both of these teams get ready for the playoff action down the road. We'll be right back.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and an auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Welcome back to the Batter Up Show, everybody, and kind of a surprise today. Michael Dutka, head coach of the Panthers, is unable to be here. Something came up, and filling in for him is his assistant, Donald Allen. And Coach Allen, welcome in, and I'm privileged to have this as our first ever interview. How do you like the weather today? Doesn't it feel good?
It's great. It is good, chilly, and great. But that's how we like it. I mean, the tougher it is, the toughest team will win this thing.
Well, the thing about this tournament is just full of great quality. I think it's probably as good a tournament as is going on in the state of Texas this particular week. And what has been your impression of the competition that you've seen so far?
Well, I love the way they staggered it and the way they have putting us up against some good competition, Flower Mound and Pearland, and now playing Clear Falls. I mean, that's what you want, especially going right before district, getting that experience like that, and then hopefully you get to see those guys down the road.
All right, and can you kind of sum up what happened yesterday when the Panthers played 2 games?
Well, we came out flat in the first game against North Shore. The guys kind of took it for granted, and I tell them never take your opponent for granted, no matter who it is. Came out flat, and we started slow. They were up on us, in about the 4th inning, 1-0. And finally, we got some people on base, got the pitch off the mound, and we ended up winning 4-1. But that was tough. And so the next game, we made sure that they come out from first pitch and be ready to go. And we did that in the second game, and we scored some runs real early, and that's what helped us throughout the rest of the game.
And so with 2 wins yesterday, what is the overall record for the Panthers at this point? Or do you know? I think it was 8-2-1 before this tournament started. So if it was 8-2-1 before the tournament.
About 10-4-1.
Okay, so that's a big 10-4, good buddy.
A good 10-4, good.
10-4-1 to be exact. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so thank you, Donald Allen. Good luck today. Hope you bring home a win against Clear Falls, and hope you'll go back and listen to the podcast of your interview and today's action.
Hey, will do. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back with the starting lineups right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and an auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
We are back, everybody, and the game has already begun. That's the way it goes in tournament play. I was ready at 10 a.m., which hasn't even come yet. It is now 9:58 a.m., and there is one runner on. David Ramirez hit the first pitch off of right-hander Mitch McIntyre of Ridgepoint, and Clear Falls has its first man on. Now standing in, Noah Paulson, who fouled off the first pitch down the right field line and took the second pitch for a ball. Noah Paulson, who hit .309 last year with 3 homers, and 24 RBIs, made honorable mention all district. Ridge Point is the home team, and they're in the first base dugout. Everybody wearing their purple and white letter jackets or the gray hoodie, whichever they prefer. Mitch McIntyre kind of wearing that cowl thing. It is a very chilly day here at Deer Park. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's in there for a strike. So I guess I got to give you the lineups after the game has already started, which is kind of a cardinal sin in broadcasting. The outfielders are pretty shallow, and that's appropriate because there is a wind blowing straight in from center field, and I just don't think we're likely to see any long balls today. Noah Paulson ready. The count is 1-2. Pitch on the way, and he fouls it back over the screen. Leading off for Clear Falls, David Ramirez, who singled on the first pitch of the game. Noah Paulson is the third baseman batting second. Matt Novominski is in center field and batting third, and the cleanup hitter is Caden Barber, the second baseman. Now another throw over. Chile Timmons is the designated hitter for Clear Falls, batting in place of their starting pitcher Tyler Simpson. And the catcher Parker Collier bats sixth in the order, batting seventh. It's Jones Major, the first baseman. Two more guys to get in. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. And it's high and away for a ball, and it is Ramirez stealing second. The pitch was a little bit high, and the catcher for Ridge Point, Caden Salamanca, really couldn't get rid of it quickly enough, and it sailed on him a bit. Anyway, he is throwing into a wind. And finally, to wrap up the Clear Falls lineup, left fielder Ross Hinchman is in the 8th spot and batting 9th. It's Braden Bedingfield, the shortstop. So a runner at second base, and the count 2-2. Nobody out in the top of the first. Swung on and missed at the changeup, and down goes Noah Paulson. Mitch McIntyre is a tight end on the Ridge Point football team, and he is really jacked up. I mean, he is, he's a Mr. Atlas out there, or Mr. Universe. Charles Atlas, that's it. Here's the pitch. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Novominski is a fly ball to center field, and Jake Stratton runs in and grabs it. Nice to see Jake back on the field. He had a serious knee injury last year, but he has rehabbed and he's just fine. 2 away. Runs may be at a premium today. I just don't know how many we're going to have with the wind blowing in the way that it is. Now Caden Barber, the second baseman. Righty hitter. McIntyre brings it outside for ball 1. So you have a Caden and a Braden in the lineup for Clear Falls, and for Ridge Point you have 2 Cadens and a Braden. McIntyre's next pitch is over, but it's low with a breaking ball, and it's 2-0 on Caden Barber. Right-handed hitter crowds the plate. Moving the bat in a circle behind his head. McIntyre looks back at second where Ramirez is taking his lead. Here comes the pitch. Just missing the outside corner, and it's 3-0. Ridge Point has a deep pitching staff, and they have a lot of guys who are seniors this year that really didn't get as many innings as they would have liked to last year. They just had too much quality. And this year, in 2024, the first year of head coach Michael Dutka, I think we're going to see more guys getting innings as the season goes along. There's a strike. 3-1 on Caden Barber. They have a really nice ballpark here at Deer Park. It is Jim Keithan Field right next to Andy Pettit Fieldhouse. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball in there. That's a strike. I think Barber was ready to toss the bat back toward the dugout and take a walk, but now the count is full. McIntyre takes 2 looks, make it 3 back at second, make it 4. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. That retires the side, so McIntyre gets 2 strikeouts during the inning. So it's no runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on. We'll continue to the bottom of the first. Ridge Point coming to bat against Clear Falls.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Here is your Ridge Point lineup as they face Tyler Simpson, the right-hander for Clear Falls. Jake Stratton, the center fielder, leads it off. Batting second, Braden Vasquez, the left fielder. Hayden Willie, the shortstop, bats third. Will Baker is the first baseman for Ridge Point, and he bats in the cleanup spot. Connor Brock is the designated hitter, batting in place of Mitch McIntyre. Brock in the 5 spot. Caden Williams at second base is batting sixth. Jack McKernan, normally just a pitcher. That's what he did last year, but they're going to put his big arm in right field, his big left arm, I should say, in right field on the days when he's not pitching. He is batting seventh in the order. Caden Salamanca, the catcher, bats eighth, and batting ninth, it's Logan Shields, a sophomore, and the third baseman. And we're ready for the left-handed hitting Jake Stratton. And before he injured his knee last year, most of his action came in courtesy runner and pinch runner roles. He is very fast. And he's got that knee rehabbed, and he can still motor around the bases. Players are bundled up today. Stratton is wearing, I guess, that little turtleneck thing. I think they call it a dickie. It's actually that's the word for it. So here we go. We'll give you the Clear Falls defensive alignment in a moment, but ready to go. Tyler Simpson to Jake Stratton, righty to lefty. First pitch is a fastball right down the middle. 0-1. Next one to Stratton. And he takes it upstairs for a ball. The dimensions here at Jim Keithan Field, 310 feet down each of the lines. And again, then it gets substantially deeper. It's 370 to the power alleys and about the same to straightaway center. Now a chopper over to third base. Noah Paulson gloves it on one hop, and Stratton is out. 5-3 it goes. And now Braden Vasquez. Braden is a senior. He's in the back of the batter's box. Right-handed hitter. Simpson brings it. There's a strike right down the middle at the knees. Simpson looks like he has a pretty live fastball. Vasquez holds up his hand. Now he's ready. Simpson rocks and fires. And it is rifled foul, slicing on top of a red building over there. What is that building, coaches? It's the batting cages and locker room. Now the count 0-2. Inside, and that hit him. I'm not sure where it hit him, but Vasquez is on his back. So the umpire is attending to him, and both coaches are taking a look. I'm not sure. Well, I was about to say I'm not sure if we have a trainer on site, but Clear Falls has a trainer, so going to check out Braden Vasquez. I'm still not sure where it hit him. So he is kind of now he's taking his batting helmet off. And out there to help him is Christian Guijosa. All right, we have a Deer Park trainer coming out as well. So evidently it hit him in the nose. Oh my goodness. They're They're putting tissue and paper towels around his nose, but fortunately it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of blood. In fact, I don't see blood from up here. So, man, that's smart, but it just looks at first glance like it could have been a lot worse. Braden Vasquez in the bottom of the first, hit by an up and in pitch. But he looks alert, and I wouldn't be surprised if this kid stays in the game. He's talking to Coach Donald Allen, who's filling in today for head coach Michael Dutka. And they're going to give him plenty of time to, make sure that he's no, well, wait a minute. We'll stay right here because he's getting to his feet and gets a good hand from the Hardy Souls who are in the ballpark. And I wonder if he's going to say, can I run the bases? Is he going to go to the dugout? Will he go to first base? The opening in the dugout is right there in the middle of the padded wall. So somebody's going to go to first base. And I think they're just talking it over. He probably wants to stay in the game. He's showing the Deer Park trainer exactly what it looks like. This is kind of a difficult situation for Tyler Simpson. He feels bad about the pitch getting away from him. And on this chilly day, he's not throwing warm-up tosses right now. I'm sure that is at the instruction of his head coach, Eddie Youngblood. All right, there's still discussion in the Ridge Point dugout, and we're waiting to see who's going to come out and be the base runner at first. Donald Allen is now talking with the home plate umpire, and he's got his lineup card out there. Meanwhile, Hayden Willie will bat next for the Panthers. No score here in the bottom of the first. Oh yeah, that defensive alignment for Clear Falls. Tyler Simpson pitching to the catcher Parker Collier. Jones Major at first base. Caden Barber at second. Braden Bedingfield is the shortstop. And Braden Bedingfield, if they did a reboot of Falcon Crest or Dynasty, it seems like Braden Bedingfield would be a really good name for a character. Anyway, Noah Paulson, no relation to Pat Paulson, who used to be on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. He's the third baseman. The left fielder is Ross Hinchman. Matt Novominski in center field, and David Ramirez. He's the University of Texas recruit playing in right field. And so the two right fielders have something in common. David Ramirez, probably the best player on this Clear Falls squad, and Jack McKernan, the best pitcher for sure that Ridge Point has, both going to the University of Texas, and they're both playing right field here today. Something else I see that the umpires are doing, there is evidently some blood on the field turf around home plate, so they pour some water on that to dilute it. What a beautiful ballpark they have here at Deer Park. It is field turf all the way around. State champions in 2017, as we in we in Fort Bend County know all too well. In 2017, Deer Park, on its way to the state championship, eliminated both Ridge Point and Travis. Each in a Game 3. The Panthers lost Game 3 to Deer Park at the University of Houston, and then Travis lost Game 3 to Deer Park at Crosby. They played the first game of that series in, I have an uncle that lives down there, Brazoria County. Sweeney, that's right. And that was graduation night. Travis won the game, but they lost the next two, and Deer Park went on to immortality First pitch swinging. It's a double play ball to shortstop. Braden Bedingfield to Caden Barber, and on to first. It's a perfect 6-4-3 double play, and I'm sure that's exactly what Tyler Simpson, the pitcher for Clear Falls, wanted. So for Ridgepoint, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base because everyone was erased with a double play. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com right after this, scoreless going to the second.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless plan and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Back at Deer Park, no score, and Mitch McIntyre goes back to the mound for the Ridgepoint Panthers. And after they diluted the blood that came out of Braden Vasquez's nose, they are now spraying it down, I suppose, with alcohol. First hitter of this inning will be Chile Timmons, the designated hitter. He bats in place of the pitcher Tyler Simpson, and after that, catcher Parker Collier and Jones Major, the first baseman. David Ramirez led off the first inning with a base hit for Clear Falls, and they were not able to advance him. So Braden Vasquez was the left fielder, and I'm looking out there, and well, by golly, he's number 7. I think he's back out there. Okay, no, he's not. It is not Braden Vasquez in left field. Thank you for pointing that out. So when they, okay, now I see it is, I think it's Luke Gladchuk. He is the only freshman on the Ridgepoint roster. I'll double check that when he gets a little bit closer, but I believe Luke Gladchuk is out there in left field, and they continue to spray down the area where Braden Vasquez had blood coming out of his nose. But he's up and walking around, so I think he's going to be all right. Probably going to need a couple of Advil. And the job is almost done. Mitch McIntyre trying to stay warm out there as he gets ready to throw his second inning. So now he's playing catch with his infield buddies. Logan Shields, one of those pitchers last year that was a freshman on the squad, and he got a few innings, but not as many as he would have liked. So I'm sure we're going to see Logan Shields out there pitching plenty and playing third base when he's not pitching. By the way, we've got a very busy week of broadcasts during spring break as they continue to work on the bloody area. So Monday at 12:30 we'll bring you the softball game. It is the Ridgepoint girls at Austin. And then we'll have softball again on Tuesday at 12:30 when Ridgepoint hosts Travis. Then we'll have a doubleheader of broadcasts, as that night Ridgepoint is going to be home against Hightower. They're on the hardscrabble streets of Siena. Then we won't have any broadcasts on Wednesday or Thursday, but we will have a Friday game in District 25A. It is Randall taking on Foster, state-ranked Foster. And then on Saturday afternoon, a week from today, it'll be Ridgepoint taking on George Ranch. in a 26A district game. All right, so they poured some ice water on the wet area, or the bloody area, and now they've got a few ice cubes on the field, and the way the weather is, it's going to take a while before those ice cubes melt away completely. Mitch McIntyre was given a couple of warm-up tosses, and now he's ready to pitch to Chile Timmons. Chile, just like the country. McIntyre winds up and brings it. Pitch is high for a ball. Mitch works from the first base end of the rubber. Doesn't take a lot of time between pitches. Here comes the next one. And it's upstairs, 2-0. Squirts out of Caden Salamanca's mitt. Here's the 2-0. Fouled straight back into the net. So Salamanca catching for Ridgepoint. First baseman Will Baker. Caden Williams is at second base. Hayden Willie at short. Logan Shields at third base. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Missed down and away. And the outfielders, it is now the freshman Gladchuk, center fielder Jake Stratton, and Jack McKernan in right field. Stepping out is the hitter Chile Timmons. He's wearing one of those cowls around his face, make a little circle. And the pitch, nice rip, but it's fouled back into the screen. Timmons is ready. McIntyre gets his sign from Salamanca. Here comes the pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Timmons didn't think so, but that's the third strikeout for Mitch McIntyre. One away in the second. There are not too many fans in the stands, but I will say there are more from Clear Falls than there are from Ridgepoint. Then again, Clear Lake City is closer to us than Missouri City. Here's the pitch to Parker Collier, outside for ball 1. Here comes the next one. Swung on, and it's slicing foul over out of play to the right. Several baseballs on top of the roof over there. 0-2 on Parker Collier. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Collier to be followed by Jones Major. Here's the 1-2. Checked his swing, but it's a call. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 4 strikeouts for Mitch McIntyre, and he's retired 5 straight after giving up the game opening base hit to David Ramirez. Now Jones Major. Got 1 foot on the back stripe of the batter's box, and he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Jones Major is a senior. Bounces the bat on his shoulder. Takes the second pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. Same place that McIntyre was shooting for on the first pitch. Major is ready. McIntyre brings it. Swung on and missed at a pitch where the bottom really dropped out of it. We've got a brisk wind blowing in from center field. It's not a good day to be a power hitter. McIntyre nods, and here comes the 1-2. Up and away, 2-2. McIntyre brings the 2-2. Trying to get him to chase the outside pitch. He wouldn't do it, and the count goes full. McIntyre shakes off a sign or two, now brings it. And that is fouled out of play. Hanging in there is Jones Major. You know, there was a guy in the NBA a long time ago named Major Jones. He was the brother of Caldwell Jones. Caldwell was on that 83 Sixers team that won it all. Here's the 3-2 again. Check swing, and it bounces away from the catcher, Salamanca. Gets a nice bounce back from the brick wall behind home plate. And on to first base goes Jones Major with a walk. Ross Hinchman, the left fielder, comes up. Jersey sleeves are flapping very hard in the brisk wind. McIntyre looks over at first, now throws that way. It's pretty close, but Major is back in. District play begins in earnest for these Panthers next week. First pitch is outside. He was showing bunt, but he withdrew the bat. Here's the 1-0. And it's outside, and no bunt shown that time by Hinchman. The count 2-0. Slightly closed stance, check swing. That's a strike on the outside corner. 1-2 on Ross Hinchman. He's a senior. Throw over to first base. And diving back in head first is Major. No tag applied by Will Baker over there. 2-1 pitch. Nice rip, but straight back into the net. 2-2. McIntyre went to the back of the mound. Now he gets back up there. Looks over at first. The 2-2. And that almost hit Hinchman. It gets away from Salamanca, and Major moves over to second. And that'll have to be a pass ball. Now it's 3-2. McIntyre brings it. Outside ball 4, 2 consecutive walks after he got the first 2 men out. And it's Braden Bedingfield, lefty hitter. McIntyre in a little bit of a jam here with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He brought the heat. Bedingfield couldn't catch up. He is also a senior. This lineup is full of 12th graders. Here's the 0-1. Outside. Bedingfield left it alone. One and one as McIntyre looks back at second. Here comes the pitch. Missed the outside corner. It might have been a little bit low as well. 2-1 now on Braden Bedingfield. McIntyre looks back at Jones. Now throws that way, and it was close, but Jones dived back in with the right hand. Hayden Willie came over and made the tag. Righty to lefty as Bedingfield digs in. The 2-1 on the way, and he rifles it to left field, and it drops in front of Gladchuck. He gets the ball back in quickly, and that holds the runner Jones at third, but the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Second hit of the game for these Clear Falls Knights. Jones now at third, Hinchman at second. Bedingfield is at first, and now to the top of the order, David Ramirez. Last year he was the newcomer of the year in his district. He pitched, had a 4-1 record with 81 strikeouts. And now McIntyre will go from the windup with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch to Ramirez. Swings and misses. Ramirez, a junior, just like Jack McKernan, so if they keep their commitment, they'll both go to UT at the same time. The 0-1 pitch is grounded foul to the right side. Sean Gravely, the assistant coach for Clear Falls, gave it a very half-hearted effort. You know, the fingers are cold. There's really no sense in hurting yourself. Now the 0-2 pitch to Ramirez. McIntyre brings it up and away. Ball 1. So we're going to see McKernan bat today. I have not seen him bat ever. Outside with the breaking ball. It didn't really break where it was supposed to. It's now 2-2. You don't want to throw another ball here and get the merry-go-round going on 3-2. Ramirez ready, and here it comes. And it's a chopper towards second. Charging is Caden Williams, picks it up, throws on to first, gets him by a step, and that'll do it for the Clear Falls Knights. They don't score. They leave the bases loaded, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still no score between Ridgepoint and Clear Falls.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Back at Deer Park for the only tournament game that Ridgepoint is going to play today. Taking on the Clear Falls Knights. We have no score as the Panthers bat in the bottom of the second. They'll send up Will Baker, Connor Brock, and Caden Williams. Will Baker, the little brother of Jack Baker, who was on the 2019 Ridgepoint team that made it to the state championship game but lost to South Lake Carroll. Tyler Simpson trying to keep warm out there. Do any of you over there know the exact temperature here today? 55. Wind chill 48. And you are the assistant to Coach Rupp. What's your name? David White. Were you there for 2017? What a great day that was for the Deer Park Deer. All right, here we go. Will Baker, left-handed hitter, takes the first pitch outside corner for strike one. Roger Smith along with Skylar Gillespie, the silent partner inside the mothership at Vype World Headquarters. Here's the 0-1. Here's a ground ball towards second. Caden Barber gloves it on 2 hops and makes the easy throw over to Jones Major. And as they throw the ball around the infield, it gets away. That's $1. By the way, I really enjoyed college football final back when they had Reese Davis was the host, and it was Mark May and Lou Holtz. It's not bad now, but it wasn't as good as it used to be. All right, here's the first pitch to Connor Brock, the DH, batting for pitcher Mitch McIntyre, and it is strike one. Caden Williams waiting to bat next. Here's the pitch from Simpson, and it's a little bleeder over toward third base. Charging is Paulson, but they say that it hit Brock's foot, so it's a foul ball. He's okay. It's not one of those debilitating situations. I mean, you drive the ball into your foot. If it hits it wrong, you may not be walking easily for a long time. Here's the 0-2 to Connor with a K. Brock. Swings and misses. Down he goes. First strikeout for Tyler Simpson. 2 away. And now Caden Williams. Caden's a senior. Lefty hitter against the righty Simpson. First pitch on the way. And an excuse me swing, and it goes over the third base dugout. Foul. 0-1. Williams has his back foot on the back part of the batter's box. Here comes the 0-1. Strike on the outside corner. I don't think I see any Ridge Point students here today. They usually have a great student section, but they have other plans. Down and in with the 0-2 pitch, and it's 1-2. I know the Willies were here. The Willies came in before any other Ridge Point fans because Hayden forgot his jersey. See, I give you the inside poop. Caden Williams asks for time, steps out. And now here comes the pitch. Missed down and in, 2-2. By the way, between innings, I need to send Hayden's relatives in Iowa the link for this broadcast. And going to left field, a little blooper that's going to hang up for Hinchman. He squeezes it about 15 feet to the right of the left field line, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Simpson. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and an autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Okay, we are back for inning number 3. No score between Ridge Point and Clear Falls. And if I have a little halting delivery here for a moment, I'm having to send somebody something where I copy an email and paste it into a text. So bear with me. David Ramirez made the last out of the top of the second, so it'll be Noah Paulson, Matt Novominski, and Caden Barber for Clear Falls. Mitch McIntyre still out there pitching for your Ridgepoint Panthers. Sometimes it's hard to copy something, you know. Okay, I might pull this off. Okay, here's the first pitch to Paulson, and it's a comebacker to McIntyre. He's tall, so he just reaches up and grabs it on one hop and runs most of the way to first and underhands it to Will Baker. One away. Score that 1-3. And there's a little bleeder right out in front of the plate, and motoring down to first. Safe is Matt Novominski. I'm sorry, I was looking down at, that phone of mine. People are looking down at their phones while some of the best moments in life pass them by, and I'm guilty of that right now. Caden Barber now with a runner at first and one away in the top of the third. First pitch up high for a ball to Caden Barber, who struck out swinging his first time. Barber had 7 doubles during 2023, so they're looking for good things from him in this, his senior year. McIntyre brings it. Change up, and it missed low. Barber taps the outside corner, then the inside with the end of his bat. Ready for the 1-0 pitch. Novominski leads off first and a throw over. He dives back in. Will Baker is the little brother of Jack Baker, who pulled off an amazing hidden ball trick in Game 1 of a playoff series against Atascocita. That was critical in 2019. Here's the pitch. And it gets by the catcher Salamanca. So Novominski moves down to second base on a pass ball. And you know who he tagged out on that hidden ball trick? Bryce Matthews, who is now part of the Astros organization. Ridgepoint beat Atascocita in that series and then beat Kingwood in the Region 3 final. 2-0 pitch, bunt shown, and the pitch is low for ball 4. Yeah, ball 4. So now we got Chili Timmons, and I've been calling him Chile, just to say it just right, but I heard a mom over there say Chili, so I'm just going to say Chili. Chili Timmons. That's a good name. Chili Davis was a good ball player for the Twins. Played with Kirby Puckett. Swing and a miss. Chili went after that first one expecting the heat, and he got the Bugs Bunny changeup. Righty versus righty as McIntyre works to Timmons. Here's the pitch. And it's a line drive towards second, and no double play. Nice catch by Caden Williams. He flipped it over to Willie, but no problem getting back in for Novominski. So there's 2 outs on that liner to second. Still runners at first and second, and now Parker Collier. And the catcher Salamanca goes out to the mound. These field turf surfaces are really nice. The only drawback I can think of with a field turf surface is the warning track is just a different color. You don't really know when you step onto a different kind of surface, so it doesn't really warn you. Collier struck out looking, and here he is again. McIntyre looks back at second, pitch on the way, in there for a strike, outside corner. So Ridgepoint takes on Hightower Tuesday night in its first district game. Collier ready. Here's the pitch. missing the outside corner. Count even 1-1. Scoreless. Top of the third. Clear Falls trying to get something done with 2 outs and runners at first and second. Collier ready. There go the runners. And the pitch misses inside, and both are safe. No throw from Salamanca. So the double steal. Novominski to third and Barber to second. Now Collier's ready for the 2-1. Swing and a miss on another changeup. The umpire does his Richard Nixon impression with 2 fingers up on each hand. Now McIntyre going from the windup with those. Oh, wait a minute. Time was called. The ball was hit in the air on the right side, but time was called prior to the pitch. Actually, it's a balk. Not time, a balk. And so on the balk, Novominski comes home. Caden Barber now at third. And Donald Allen comes out of the Ridgepoint dugout. He wants to talk with the infield umpire and see what it was that McIntyre did that was a balk. I can tell you that a balk is any intentional thing done to deceive a base runner, but the rule book has very specific things that are allowed and aren't allowed. So we won't be privy to that unless we talk to Donald Allen after the game. But it's 1-0. Clear Falls on top of Ridgepoint, and the discussion goes on. It's not an animated one. And Coach Allen has said his piece, and he's heard enough, and he is going back to the dugout. Despacito. That means slowly. So Parker Collier now with a 2-2 count. The other one was no pitch. All right, here we go. Swings and lashes it toward third. Scooped by Logan Shields. Throws across, and it's a bad throw. It bounces past Baker. A run scores, and Collier goes to second. Caden Barber just comes home with run number 2. And Collier safe on an E5. That's a shame because Logan Shields really had time to make the play. He didn't need to rush it. And now Jones Major, who reached on a walk, got to second on a pass ball, made it all the way to third base, but he was stranded in the last inning. Major stepped in, and the umpire wasn't ready, so he stepped out. Now everybody's ready to go. Parker Collier has been pinch run for. I'll tell you who that guy is in a moment. McIntyre looks back at that runner. I believe that's Justin Pitcher. First pitch gets away from Salamanca. That's a wild pitch. All right, I said wrong. It is not Justin Pitcher. It's Dylan Proctor. Dylan Proctor advanced to third on the wild pitch. He's running for Collier, and the count is 1-0 on Jones Major. Here's McIntyre's pitch, up and away for a ball. Jones wanted a little bit of time. Now he's back in there. Breaking ball, catches the outside edge. Since I have Deer Park coaches to my right, I'm going to test my memory in a moment. Pitch is low. I would say in the dirt, but it's not a dirt surface. Wasn't it Peyton Sherlin who had that amazing slider that looked like it was fluttering? Looked like stop action video. There's a strike on the outside corner. 3-2. Jones Major puts his hand up. Now he's got both hands on the bat, and we're ready for the 3-2. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. So McIntyre gets the strikeout to retire the side, but 2 runs come in for the Clear Falls Knights, and they lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the third on VypeFortBend.com.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless plan and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
After this game, Ridge Point's boys will go back to the hardscrabble streets of Siena, and there will be a game on the field. It'll be Deer Park against whom? Pearland Dawson. Fort Bend teams are going to get to know the Pearland and Alvin teams better because starting next year with the UIL realignment, instead of taking on Katy opponents in the first round of the playoffs, it'll be Fort Bend ISD and George Ranch against Pearland, Alvin, all those guys. Shadow Creek Sharks, Dawson Eagles, and of course the Oilers. All right, here we go. Jack McKernan leading off. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Number 11, not just a pitcher anymore. And here's the pitch from Tyler Simpson, backs him out of there. 1-1 the count on Jack McKernan, who's been starting on the Ridge Point varsity and one of their ace pitchers since he was a freshman. Here's the 1-1. Swings and misses, 1-2. You know, he's no Mitch McIntyre yet, but he's pretty jacked up too. He's been pumping the iron. The 1-2. And it's a chopper right back up the middle. It's the shortstop Bedingfield. Nice scoop and a wrong foot throw on time. In time, on time, I guess it means the same thing. One away for Caden Salamanca. I've had 2 students in A-Leaf with the last name Salamanca. Righty versus righty. Here comes the pitch to the Ridge Point catcher. First pitch swinging. Fly ball to right field, sending back David Ramirez. He has to turn back the other way, but he's so good, he made it look easy. 2 away. When you hit one in the air today, you just kind of hope it knocks it down before the outfielders can get there, because you're just not likely to get anything over their heads. Now Logan Shields. Here's the pitch. In tight, and he has to hop backwards to avoid getting hit. And it's 1-0. Logan stands tall in the right-handed box. Swings and fouls it back behind us. One and one the count. Taking his time is Simpson. Now he rocks and fires. Upstairs, 2-1. That's not 225, is it? What's that roadway? It is 225. Okay. So I guess it's the hypotenuse when I took Center and then 8th Street. For those of you in Rio Linda, A hypotenuse is the leg opposite the right angle in a right triangle. 1-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. That's another fly ball to right field. Ranging over is Ramirez. He's in foul ground and he grabs it, and that'll do it. A second consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Simpson. In fact, he really found momentum after he got that inning-ending double play in the first. It is 2-0. Clear Falls on top of Ridge Point as we go to the top of the fourth.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
All right, Mitch McIntyre goes back out there for Ridge Point, but I thought he was someone else because he took off that black cowl that he had underneath his cap, and he's got bare arms. He has the right to bare arms, and he's not wearing the long-sleeved undershirt anymore. It is 2-0. Clear Falls on top, and besides the score, part of the news of this game is Braden Vasquez started in left field for Ridge Point, but he got hit in the nose with a pitch. And so he has left the game, and Luke Gladchuk is in his place in left field. Luke Gladchuk, the only freshman on the Ridge Point roster. In this top of the fourth, it'll be Ross Hinchman, Braden Bedingfield, and David Ramirez. And what Ridge Point really wants is to have bases empty and 2 outs when Ramirez comes up there. By the way, now catching for Ridge Point is Christian Guijosa. Actually talked with Christian prior to the game, and he thought he was starting, but Salamanca's been having a hard time behind the plate. So Christian Guijosa, with the little earpiece that enables him to find out what pitch is called, goes out there to talk to McIntyre for a moment. By the way, I really appreciate the Guijosa family. Christian's big brother works at Augusta National Golf Club, and when I had prostate cancer surgery back in April, they gave me a little windbreaker that's an official Augusta National windbreaker, and that's the kind of thing you never forget about. I really appreciate that. All right, Hinchman is ready. Here's the pitch to him. Takes a breaking ball away. He walked in the second. McIntyre going to pitch from the stretch, even with the bases empty. Swing and a miss on the second one. 1-1. Ridge Point players making some noise in the dugout to try and get their team off the schneid. They're down 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. McIntyre bringing the heat. Yeah, that's what we need, is some noise. Hinchman is hearing it from the dugout. Now he steps out. By the way, I got to give credit where it's due. Ridge Point was eliminated from the playoffs last year by Cinco Ranch. The Cinco Ranch fans were merciless. They were a real distraction, and that's what they're there for. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball foul past third. You know, there's something, a new element to baseball game fans, you have to prepare for the game by poring over everyone's social media. You have to know everybody's girlfriend's name. Here's a called strike 3 on a curveball. And Ross Hinchman goes down. Six strikeouts now for Mitch McIntyre. But he's on the wrong end of a 2-0 score. Braden Bedingfield steps in for the Clear Falls Knights, lefty hitter. Not often you see the shortstop in the 9-hole, but he is. Shows bunt, takes it outside. So everything is the same as it was at the beginning, except it is now Christian Guijosa catching and Luke Gladchuk in left field. Bunt shown again, and the pitch is high, 2-0, and McIntyre has fallen behind 2-0 on the number 9 hitter. Bedingfield ready. From the stretch, McIntyre brings it, bunted toward third, picked up on one hop by Shields, throws across, and gets the out. 2 away. Nice play there by Logan Shields, made it look easy. He's wearing the shades on top of the visor of his cap, Logan Shields is, which is kind of useless, but it's not a very sunny day, so I guess it's just for style. McIntyre dealing to Ramirez. First pitch, breaking ball missed low. Ramirez 1 for 2 with a first inning single. In fact, it was on the first pitch of the game. McIntyre brings the next one. Strike on the outside corner. Mitch gets a grip, looks in, ready to bring the 1-1. Here it comes. Inside for a ball to Ramirez. The future Texas Longhorn. Trey Faltine used to play for the Travis Tigers, made it through UT. Now he's in the Reds organization. There's a ground ball to third, and Shields bobbles it, throws late and wild, and that'll be a fielding error on Logan Shields that enables Ramirez to reach. He had it in time, looked like he had it clean, but ball came out of his hands, and those fingers are a little colder than normal. And now Noah Paulson stands in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. 2-0. Clear Falls on top of Ridgepoint. We're in the top of the 4th. Pitch to Paulson, swings, and just a little nubber goes foul behind home plate. .55 degrees with a wind chill of 47 or 48. 48. McIntyre brings it. Curveball, it broke in over the plate, and that was one where Paulson ducked. He thought it was going to hit him in the head. And I think that was an inside corner generously given on that pitch. It's 0-2. McIntyre brings it. Chopper toward Shields. He bobbles that one. And a second consecutive error and 2 men on. Ramirez advances to second and Paulson reaches. Now Matt Novominski, who scored the first run for Clear Falls, stands in. He's 1 for 2 with a single. That came in the second. Donald Allen comes out of the dugout and needs to inform the home plate umpire about something. Now Coach Allen is going to go out to the mound and talk to McIntyre. And the whole infield is going over there. You know, Logan Shields feeling pretty bad about those 2 errors, and now they'll just talk it over, reset, and hopefully get out of this top of the 4th no worse than 2-0. We'll take a quick break on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
The Mound Conference is over, and Coach Allen just walked past the first baseline on his way back to the dugout. No one's warming up for Ridge Point. It's still Mitch McIntyre's game. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, top of the 4th, and Ridge Point down to Clear Falls 2-0. Matt Novominski. They call him Novo. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, just missed with the curveball to the lefty hitter. 1-0. The wind seems to have died down a little, but it's still blowing in now from left center. Novominski takes that one. Strike at the letters. And it's 1-1. McIntyre shakes off a sign. Now he's got the one he wants. Looks back at second. And here it comes. Strike on the outside corner. And it's 1-2. Novominski bouncing in the batter's box. And McIntyre steps off. McIntyre ready to bring it. Here it comes. Down and in. And it's 2-2 on Novominski. We're going to have, I think, 8 broadcasts in a span of 8 days during spring break week. And a throw back to second base, and Willie wasn't covering. So McIntyre threw the ball, but to Willie, who was about 20 feet away from the bag. And Ramirez got back in. And now I think Coach Eddie Youngblood wants to talk with the infield umpire, and perhaps thinking that could have been a balk. Or maybe that maybe it's not copacetic to throw to a player who's not covering the bag. And now the home plate umpire and the infield umpire are going to talk to each other. We'll take a break on VypeFortBend.com.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
No balk. Back to the action. 2-2 the count on Novominski. Here it comes, and he lashes it hard. Foul on the ground wide of first. If he can reach, Caden Barber would come up. It's 2-0 Clear Falls over Ridge Point, top of the 4th. And now we're having to take a moment for the foul ball to be retrieved, and I can't tell you which Ridge Point Panther that is because he's wearing the hoodie. He got the ball, now he's headed back to the dugout, and we will resume. McIntyre to Novominski. No, it's going to be a look back at second and no throw. Ramirez reached on an error, so did Paulson, so we have runners at first and second. Everything has happened after two were out. Pitch to Novominski. Swing and a tapper back to McIntyre, underhands it to the first baseman Will Baker, and that'll do it. Still 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. There were no runs on no hits, 2 errors and 2 men left. We'll return on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
As we go to the bottom of the fourth, Ridge Point is they're facing a tough pitcher. Tyler Simpson is pitching a gem. He's given up no hits. He did hit a batter in the first inning, but that batter was erased on a double play, and since then he's retired 6 straight, and so he's faced the minimum. And finally we get back to the top of the order and Jake Stratton. Always thought it would be cool if Jake became a catcher and Ridgepoint had a pitcher named Briggs. So it'd be Briggs and Stratton. I don't know why somebody calls that the battery, but that's what it is. The pitcher and the catcher are the battery. Stratton grounded out to third his first time. Jake stands in with the orange bat. And here's the pitch from Simpson, down and in. Donald Allen running behind home plate to get to the third base box, and something he carries in his back pocket fell out. Now here's the 1-0 upstairs to Stratton. You get Stratton on the base paths, and with his speed he can be a distraction and get you an extra base. Pitch from Simpson. It's a 2-0 and fisted fair toward third, and it rolls into foul ground, barely. Smart play by Simpson. That was the only thing to do, is just leave it alone and hope that it goes foul, and it did. Well, at least we have a close game to broadcast today. We've had nothing but blowouts thus far. Last night, Travis ended up defeating Cy Lakes 10-5, but it was 10-0 and 10-1 through most of that game. Now the 2-1 pitch to Stratton, takes a strike at the knees. He didn't think so. 2-2 the count. Simpson brings it and hit the other way to the third baseman Paulson. Scoops it and fires across to get Stratton. So your leadoff hitter who hits lefty has hit it to the third baseman twice, so that tells you Simpson has some velocity. And now it's not Braden Vasquez, it is Luke Gladchuk, the freshman, who came in for Vasquez when Vasquez was hitting the nose with a pitch. Lefty hitter Gladchuk looks at the first one, down and in for a ball. Simpson looks over the top of his glove, brings it upstairs for a ball. If the students were here and Gladchuk got a hit, they'd chant, "He's a freshman." Here's a little tapper that goes into the Ridgepoint dugout. It's 2-1. Simpson rocks and brings the next one. There's a strike, 2-2 on the inner half of the plate. The 2-2. Ooh, just missed the outside corner, and it's 3-2. Simpson taking his time now, starts his motion. Swung on and missed. 2 away. Second strikeout for Simpson. He's been pitching to contact and doing it very effectively. And now it is Hayden Willie hit into a double play his first time. This is a tournament game, and a game I'm going to reference was a playoff game, as the first pitch is outside to Willie. But Ridgepoint looked just like this offensively in the first game against Tompkins in the 2022 playoffs. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's chopped back to the mound. Simpson dropped it for a moment, scooped it up, and goes most of the way to first. And Willie is out. That's another 1-2-3 inning. Nothing for Ridgepoint other than the hit by pitch in the first. And we shall return. 5th inning coming up. Ridgepoint trailing Clear Falls 2-0.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Back in Deer Park, and when I think of Deer Park, I think of the San Jacinto Monument. I'm a proud Texan, love to visit that place, and I also love to go to the Monument Inn. If you've never been to the Monument Inn to have a meal, you should. It's a great experience. It's been there a long time, and sometimes you go in there and you see famous folks. I saw Dominique Saxa there one time on a Sunday night. Looks a lot like Lonnie Anderson from WKRP in Cincinnati. Another thing that an observation about Deer Park, there was a lady from Deer Park who was on Jeopardy, and she won at least once, maybe twice. And I was proud, because if there's someone from Texas who's on Jeopardy, I always root for that Texan. But in this case, the lady embarrassed us, really, because they asked a question, or they gave a clue where the response would be, who is Santa Ana? It was a layup. No Texan should miss this. The lady lives in Deer Park. She could probably be on her back porch and see the San Jacinto Monument. And she didn't know to say, who is Santa Ana? I was embarrassed, but she won anyway. First pitch to Caden Barber of Clear Falls to lead off the 5th is on the outside corner for a strike. It is still Mitch McIntyre on the mound for your Ridgepoint Panthers. Next pitch on the way, and it bounces in. Gets away from Christian Gijosa. If there was a runner on, that would have been a wild pitch. But sometimes it can be, a pitcher can be effectively wild. Kind of like Nuke LaLoosh and Bull Durham. There's a fly ball toward right field, twisting toward the line. McKernan going over, and it twists away from him. And the count is 1-2. So you remember the scene in the Bull Durham when Kevin Costner, the Crash Davis character, tells his pitcher, Nuke LaLoosh, to hit the mascot, which he does, and then Crash then tells the batter, I swear to God, I don't know where the next one's going. And then I think Nuke got the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, over the head of Caden Barber, above the crown of his helmet. A couple of baseballs that went out of play have returned toward the home plate area. McIntyre looks in, shakes off a sign, now comes set. He's going from the stretch even when the bases are empty. Barber takes, and that bounced in. 3-2. Understand the Battleship Texas is in a new phase of its restoration, and they're going to get it back to the area near the San Jacinto Monument eventually. The 3-2 pitch is outside, and a walk to Caden Barber to lead off the fifth. Now Chili Timmons. He's the DH, batting in place of Tyler Simpson. Guijosa, the catcher, steps out in front of the plate, makes the signals to the infielders. They'll be at double play depth, and Timmons, who's 0 for 2 with a looking strikeout and a line out to second, stands in. Righty versus righty, and a throw over to first base. And Timmons showed bunt before the throw over by McIntyre. Will Caden Barber try to steal second? Here's another throw over. And Will Baker almost steps on him. Didn't mean to. Timmons ready. Here it comes, and he bunts it back toward third. Picked up by not Logan Shields. He's been substituted for, and the throw is over to first base in time. So it's Luke Parker now playing third base. So you got Guijosa catching now. And you've got Luke Parker at third base, and Luke Gladchuk is in left field for Ridgepoint. Those are the defensive changes since the game started. Now first pitch swinging. It's a pop-up from Parker Collier in foul ground on the left side. Guijosa giving it a look, leans into the dugout, and it's beyond his reach. That's too bad. He played it just right, but it was about a foot away from his catcher's mitt. So on that bunt by Chili Timmons, the sacrifice bunt worked perfectly. It went 5-3 for the first out, and Caden Barber is now at second. And Collier back in there with an 0-1 count. McIntyre looks back at second, now brings it up and in. McIntyre taking his time, now looks back at Barber. Pitch to Collier, and that hit him in the left shoulder blade. 2 runners on. It's the first hit by pitch of the game by McIntyre. Now Collier, who's the catcher, will come off, and pinch running for him is Dylan Proctor. Jones Major now walked and struck out for these Clear Falls Knights, who lead it 2-0 as they bat in the top of the fifth. Gentle wind blowing in from center field. Here's the pitch, and it bounces in. Guijosa can't find it, and the runners move up. Proctor goes to second. Barber goes to third. And the count 1-0 on Jones Major. So I think during the last half inning I said I was going to reference that game that Ridgepoint played in the second round. I think it was the second round of the 2022 playoffs. No, it had to be the third. Pitch comes in low. Guijosa blocks it. 2-0 the count. Guijosa's going to go out there and talk with McIntyre. So when they played Tompkins in that 2022 playoff series, the first game was at Ridgepoint, and the second one was at Tompkins. Ridgepoint was trailing the whole way. They had done nothing offensively. Then J.J. Kennett hit a double down the right field line, and he came home on a base hit by Carter Groen. And Panthers went from down 1-0 in that game to winners 2-1. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's outside for ball 3. Jones Major crowding the plate, bouncing around in the box. Here comes the 3-0, taken all the way, and it's ball 4. The bases are loaded. Now there's going to be a mound conference and perhaps a pitching change. Donald Allen is the assistant coach, filling in for head coach Michael Dutka today. Will he take the ball from Mitch McIntyre? That is it. McIntyre's day is done, although there are 3 base runners for whom he's still responsible, and we'll figure out who the next pitcher is. We'll return on VypeFortBend.com.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Okay, more changes for the Ridgepoint Panthers, and Hayden Willie, who was playing shortstop, is now on the mound. And taking his spot at shortstop is Caden Williams. Caden Williams was playing second base. So who's playing second now? Need that kid to turn around. Turn around. Ridgepoint doesn't have any player numbers on the front of their jerseys. Well, whoever it is testing that high sky. It's cloudy, but not gray cloudy like it was. It's kind of getting a lot lighter, not quite as menacing. Well, when I can figure out who the second baseman is, I'll certainly let you know. Swing and a miss to, wait a minute, it's a pinch hitter, I think. Oh, what's going on here? Number 17, I don't have a 17 on my roster. Here's the pitch from Willie. Strike at the letters, and the count is 0-2. It is 17, right? Hold on. It is Cullen Pruitt. Lefty hitting, Cullen Pruitt. Curveball misses away. So Cullen Pruitt is not on my roster, but he is on the little, lineup card. So there you go. Cullen Pruitt batting for Ross Hinchman. Willie brings it. And that one stays outside. 2-2 the count. Ridgepoint down 2-0, 1 out in the top of the 5th. Here's Willie's pitch. And it is fouled over on the left side, whistling over the dugout. We're at Jim Keithan Field, which is adjacent to Andy Pettit Field House. Pitch to Pruitt, called strike 3 on the outside corner. That's a big out for the Panthers. Second out of the inning. And now Braden Bedingfield comes up. With the bases loaded and Ridgepoint already trailing 2-0. Willie really needs to get the out here. You don't want to go back to Ramirez. First pitch, strike on the outside corner, and now Willie, I think, is kind of heating up. And I figured out that Joey Constantino is the new second baseman for Ridgepoint. Check swing. Did it catch the strike zone? No. It is 1-1. Joey Constantino, second baseman for Ridgepoint. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A very half-hearted swing by Bedingfield. He was fooled on the pitch, and it's 1-2. Ridgepoint players encouraging Willie to wind up, throw one more pitch, and get out of this problem. Swung on and missed with the high heat. Hayden Willie strikes out 2 batters, and the Clear Falls Knights leave the bases loaded. They still lead the game by a score of 2-0. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
It is still Tyler Simpson out there for these Clear Falls Knights, who lead it 2-0. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Will Baker to lead it off for the Panthers. Grounded out to second his first time out. The only base runner Simpson allowed was a hit by pitch on Braden Vasquez in the first inning. And Baker with a liner to center field, but right at Matt Novominski. He blistered it, but right at Novo. One away, and now Connor Brock, the DH, is due. And it is Connor Brock. Struck out swinging against Simpson back in the second. Simpson brings it. First pitch swinging. It goes to center field again, but it's going to hang up in that wind. Novominski makes the catch. "11 straight retired by Tyler Simpson." Now it is Caden Williams, who started the game at second base. Now he's the shortstop. Lefty hitter against Simpson. Flied out to left field his first time. Shows bunt. Takes, and it's a called strike on the outside corner. Simpson brings the 0-1. And it's a chopper over the mound behind second. Gloved by Bedingfield. Throws across in time. Good arm for Braden Bedingfield, and it's another 1-2-3 inning. 13 straight set down if you count the double play that ended the first. And then 4 straight clean innings right after that. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. 6th inning coming up, 2-0 Clear Falls over Ridge Point.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and an auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
In Deer Park, where they're going to celebrate victory over Santa Ana on April the 21st. Within sight of the San Jacinto Monument, we have the Ridge Point Panthers unable to do anything offensively thus far today, and now David Ramirez leads off for Clear Falls, and the first pitch from Hayden Willie is high for ball 1. Willie brings the next one. Just missed the outside corner, and Ramirez is a really good player. He's not going to chase too many pitches. He's got a favorable count of 2-0. Here comes the next one. And it is fouled over the third base dugout, and that came in at terminal velocity. Fortunately, nobody in the way. Willie looks over the top of his glove, shakes off a sign, now starts his windup. The 3-1 pitch is grounded towards second. Constantino on 2 hops. Easy play for Joey. And they get Ramirez. That's always a sigh of relief when you get him out. Now Noah Paulson. He's 0 for 3, but he did reach on an error in the 4th. Both of the Clear Falls runs came in the 3rd inning. And the first pitch is a strike as Paulson deals with Hayden Willie. First time seeing the second pitcher of the day for Ridge Point. Next pitch comes in, and it's ball 1. 1-1 on Noah Paulson. Willie brings it. Curveball upstairs. 2-1. I think Hayden spent his early years in Iowa, so this cold doesn't bother him. Here's the 2-1. And it's fouled in the air. And it actually leaves the premises. Two and 2 the count on Paulson. Willie brings it up and in. And the count goes full. Matt Novominski will be next for Clear Falls. Willie kind of quick pitching him there, but he missed up high with that one. And a 1-out walk for Noah Paulson. Now it's Novominski. He singled in the 3rd and scored that first run for Clear Falls. Also hit a fly ball to center field and a comebacker when McIntyre was still in the game. Pitch is outside. Guijosa, it was basically a pitch out, I think. But Guijosa was ready. Paulson bluffed a move, and then he went back to first. 1-0 on Novominski. Willie throws over to first. Back in is Paulson. And Paulson asked for time to tie his right shoe. In talking to Eddie Youngblood, head coach of Clear Falls prior to the game, I found out we both went to college in Abilene. What a town. And another throw over there by Willie. And back in again is Paulson. Now, Coach Youngblood went to Hardin-Simmons University, which if you went to Abilene Christian, you call that Hardened Sinners University. Pitch comes in, bunt shown, but the pitch is outside. 2-0 on Novominski. Now, if you go to Hardin-Simmons, down Ambler Avenue from Abilene Christian, you call ACU Almost Christian University. Outside corner strike, 2-1. The other college in the town, also a private church-related school, is the Methodist McMurray University, but we were never able to figure out a disparaging name for McMurray. It just couldn't come up with anything. Another throw over, it's pretty close. But back in again is Paulson. 2-1 the count. Willie trying to get out of this. Misses away with a fastball. This has the feel of a playoff game, not temperature-wise, but it's tough and tight. Swing and a miss. There goes the runner, and the throw is... Well, Caden Williams chased him off the bag, and they get him. I guess he didn't get it the first time, and Paulson wasn't able to maintain contact with the bag, so I guess that goes down as a caught stealing, and it goes 2-6 from Guijosa to Caden Williams. And that is very helpful. Second out. Now the count is 3-2. And there's a ground ball toward third base. Picked up by Luke Parker, and he throws across in time. I'm not so sure about that, but the umpire says out at first base. So that means that we have played 5.5 innings. Ridgepoint needs some runs. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. They're down 2-0 on VypeFortBend.com.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
All right, so in that top of the 6th inning, it was no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on because Paulson, who walked, was thrown out trying to steal. Christian Guijosa threw it down to Caden Williams. They didn't immediately call him out, but eventually they got him. Now Jack McKernan leads off for Ridgepoint, bottom of the 6th. First pitch down and away. Lefty hitting and, of course, lefty throwing. Jack McKernan facing Tyler Simpson. Missing the outside corner is Simpson, so maybe this is a glimmer of hope, a favorable count. 2-0 on McKernan, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out to shortstop that came in the third. Pitch on the way. And it's up 3-0. So Tyler Simpson, who has faced the minimum to this point, in danger of allowing his second base runner of the game. Pitch to McKernan. Outside corner strike. He was taking all the way. Simpson looking in at his catcher, Parker Collier, now brings the 3-1 in there for a strike. McKernan thought it was high. He took a step toward first base. Now the count is full as he steps back in there. The payoff pitch from Simpson. Swing and a miss. Now Christian Guijosa. This is his second at bat, I believe. No, I believe this is his first one. He came in to take over for Caden Salamanca. First pitch from Simpson. He gets a piece of it but fouls it back. Ricocheted off his foot and back to the brick wall near the on-deck area. That's where Luke Parker is waiting to bat next. Guijosa ready. Here comes the 0-1. Oh my goodness. That's a generous outside corner. It was called a strike, but it was at least a half a foot outside. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Way outside, all the way to the backstop. The count is 1-2. Simpson delivers. And that got him on the elbow. Christian Guijosa gets on base. The way things have been going for Ridge Point offensively today, they'll take pretty much anything in the way of a base runner. And now Luke Parker, who's batting in the 9 spot, stands in. And there's a courtesy runner for Christian Guijosa. It's David Montalbano. I don't know if he's part of the Montalbano Tire Company. Could be. You got a good Italian flavor on the Ridge Point team this year. You got Joey Constantino, who's now playing second base. And the courtesy runner at first is David Montalbano, running for Christian Guijosa. Now Luke Parker needs to come through here for Ridge Point. Trailing 2-0, bottom of the 6th. The home plate umpire is ready. He gets behind the catcher Parker Collier, and we are ready to go. Tying run at the plate in the person of Luke Parker. He is not going to hit it out. Nobody is today. Pitch from Simpson. And it gets away from Collier. It's a wild pitch. And Montalbano goes to second, takes a big turn, and holds right there. Definitely a wild pitch. And we'll see if Luke Parker might square around a bunt. Trying to get the runner over to third with one out. Here's a strike on the outside corner. Parker with that little slight turn of the head. Not a disrespectful gesture, but just he didn't really agree with the call. Here's the 1-1. There's another strike on the outside corner, same location, and it's 1-2. So he might need to get a little more aggressive. Simpson gets the sign, now looks back at second. Pitch to Parker. Checked his swing. Strike 3 call at the knees. He thought maybe it was low. 2 outs. Both of them on strikeouts by Simpson. And now 2 away. And it's Jake Stratton, top of the order. Stratton grounded out to third each time against Simpson. Here's the pitch. And he ropes it toward right center, and it will be caught. Beautiful catch on the run, Matt Novominski. His glove is where a double goes to die. Hope sprung up for a split second there for Ridgepoint, but nice play by Novominski to end the 6th inning. It is still 2-0. Ridgepoint trailing Clear Falls in that frame. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Settle down, class. Colin, you're up.
My fellow students, for today's show and tell, I present to you my phone. It's made with glass and an array of precious metals I can't pronounce. It's powered by Xfinity Mobile, so it's fast. Anyway, with Xfinity Mobile, we save hundreds of dollars a year. It's like being in a secret club that's open to everyone, like mathletes or robotics, but for savings. Now, if you all take a handout...
Colin, what are these?
I'm quizzing the class on the material.
Now through March 21st, new customers can get a free line of unlimited mobile when you add Xfinity Internet for just $55 a month for 2 years with no annual contract and get Wi-Fi equipment included. Click, call, or visit a store to switch today. Requires paperless bill and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. Actual speeds vary.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Here we are, top of the 7th, and we missed the first pitch. It was taken for a strike on the outside corner by Caden Barber. Hayden Willie still pitching for Ridgepoint, which trails 2-0 to Clear Falls. Second pitch, also a strike. I made that commercial break go a little bit longer because I just never liked Toto or the song Africa. I didn't want you to hear it coming in from the outdoor speakers. It's kind of like, you know, when Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings did the song Lukenbach, Texas, they wrote it and recorded it and had never been to Lukenbach in their life. They went there later. Pitch to Barber, outside, the count 1-2. And I'm pretty sure that the guys in Toto have never been to Africa. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play to our right. So Ridgepoint will have due in the next inning. We'll hold on just a moment. I want to make sure I'm giving you the right information. They've had to make so many changes. I'm not certain about the batting order, so I'm going to hold on to that. Ground ball to third base. Picked up by Luke Parker, and he throws across to get the out. 1 away in the top of the 7th. By the way, it's a tough week for the Kempner Cougars. We broadcasted their Thursday night game where they got hammered by Hightower 16-2. And right now in the bottom of the 5th, Kempner is trailing Pato 8-2 as the Fort Bend ISD tournament continues. Now Chili Timmons stands in against Willie. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. Timmons struck out looking, lined out to second base, and put down a sacrifice bunt. The next pitch comes in, also a ball, 2-0 on Timmons. Willie rocks and brings it upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0 on a pretty tall hitter, Chili Timmons. Willie brings it. There's one right down the middle, 3-1. No intention of swinging by Timmons. Don't forget, oh, hold on. I can't say anything between pitches because Willie works so fast. And that's a ball swung on and fouled back. It's now 3-2. He's battled back to a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch. Low for ball 4. So at 12:15 p.m. on Monday, we will have the softball game between Ridgepoint and Austin from peaceful bucolic Pheasant Creek. Then more softball on Tuesday, Ridgepoint and Travis, same time, 12:15. Parker Collier stands in. Curveball away from Willie. 1-0 on Collier, who has struck out, reached on an error, and was hit by a pitch. Here's a strike down the outer half of the plate. Cy Lakes, or Clements rather, is leading Cy Lakes 4-1. Here's a pickoff attempt, and it was fairly close, but Timmons dived back in. Collier backs away as the pitch comes in inside, 2-1. The LaPorte Freeway rumbling in the background. Pitch on the way, inside, and maybe a little bit high, 3-1. Nobody's warming up for Ridgepoint. It's Willie's game. Here's a ground ball toward third. Nice diving stop by Parker. Throws to second in time. Big Luke Parker laying out, making the play, and flipping it over to Constantino covering second. And Parker Collier is now safe on a fielder's choice. Score that out 5-4, and now Parker Collier, because he's the catcher, is removed, and Dylan Proctor goes in to run for him. Jones Major is due to hit, but it's somebody else. It's Austin Rawls, lefty hitter, standing in against Willie. 2 outs, runner first, and it's a ground ball to Will Baker at first, takes it to the bag himself, and Willie does his job. He hasn't given up anything since he came in relief of Mitch McIntyre. And we'll go to the 7th, last chance for the Ridgepoint Panthers. They trail 2-0 on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
All right, they're Waylon and Willie in there from Texas, so just turn them up. I just took a 20-second commercial break there. Ain't nobody feeling no pain. Well, let's see if these Ridgepoint bats can awaken. They never got up this Saturday morning. They're without a hit as we go to the bottom of the 7th, and they trail 2-0. Luke Gladchuk, he is the freshman, came into this game and replaced Braden Vasquez. Pitch on the way, and it's lined toward center middle, hang up easily for Novominski. One away, made good contact, but the wind is such that unless you just hit a line drive that's close to the ground, it's probably going to hang up and be caught. Now Hayden Willie and then Will Baker after that. Tyler Simpson pitching a gem. First one misses away, and it's 1-0 on Hayden Willie, the slot receiver, infielder, and pitcher. Here's the 1-0. Just missed his left elbow inside for a ball. The 2-0. Outside. Willie's kind of got those Popeye forearms going. Like Steve Garvey, who just made it into a runoff election, I think. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Catches the inside corner. It's California. He doesn't have a chance. Here's the 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4, and Hayden Willie with good speed is on. Now the tying run will come to the plate in the person of Will Baker. All right. Tyler Simpson hasn't had too many base runners to deal with. Brings it, and it is low to Will Baker. Willie has good speed, but I just don't think that Coach Donald Allen, who's filling in for head coach Michael Dudka today, I don't think he's going to send him. Swung on, and it's high in the air, short left field. Coming in is Hinchman. He's almost on the brown infield field turf as he makes the catch. And correction, yeah, it is Hinchman, still Hinchman. And now Ridgepoint is down to an out. And it'll be up to Connor Brock, the DH, who has struck out and fly to center field. Only line drives will do. Timpson comes set and brings it. There goes Willie. It's outside, and Willie steals second without a throw. A great job by Parker Collier backhanding it. That was a great job, but Willie was probably going to make it anyway. So much for what I know about what Coach Allen is going to do. He sent Willie. And the count is 1-0 on Brock. Simpson looks back at Willie. Steps off now. I don't know if Brock stepped out before Simpson stepped off or vice versa. Open stance for Connor Brock. Righty versus righty. Here it comes. Outside, 2-0. Tyler Simpson on the verge of doing something really special, but Parker Collier, his catcher, calls time and goes out to the mound. Very short conversation, and now Collier heads back behind the dish. Connor Brock steps in. 2-0 count. He's got to make it be a good pitch if he's going to give a rip at it. Here it comes. Strike at the knees on the outside corner. Beautiful location by Simpson. Simpson with a very stoic face, really zoned in. Here comes the 2-1. Way outside, 3-1. Caden Williams waits to bat next, hoping he gets an opportunity. The 3-1 to Brock. And it's a ground ball towards short, picked up by Bedingfield, makes the throw across in time, and it's a no-hitter for Tyler Simpson. He's jumping up and down near the third base line, and his teammates, it's not exactly, they're not crushing him or anything, but they're very happy for Tyler Simpson. He pitched a no-hitter against the Ridgepoint Panthers. You never want that to happen. Okay, we'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com with the totals.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. He said, "Hey, Darius, have you thought about going out for football? I think you'd be great." Fact is, I never played football. Fact is, I never had anyone tell me I'd be great at something. So, with no experience at all, I signed up. And a week later, I padded up and was running drills on the field. I never was great, but playing high school sports was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was accepted by my teammates, and I learned that when someone believes in you, you can believe in yourself.
Encourage a student you know to take part in a high school sport. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $15 off all synthetic blend oil changes, $20 off all full synthetic oil changes, 10% off all serpentine belt and radiator hose replacements. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. First Tire and Automotive, supporting school and youth sports programs for over 25 years, getting you to and from the game always. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Well, the Ridgepoint Panthers take their 5th loss of the young season against 10 wins and I believe 1 tie. And they just ran into a pitcher that they didn't have any success against, Tyler Simpson. So here are your totals for Clear Falls. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they left 12 runners on base through the course of this game. For Ridgepoint, no runs on no hits. They made 3 errors and had only 2 runners left on base. Tyler Simpson, no hits, struck out 3, 2 hit by pitch, and 1 walk. That was all he gave up. And the losing pitcher in this one is Mitch McIntyre. Well, the weekend is over, but spring break is just beginning, and we will have a Ridgepoint softball game for you on Monday as they take on the Austin Bulldogs. Join us at 12:15 p.m. on VypeFortBend.com. Then we'll have more Ridgepoint softball on Tuesday as they take on Travis at the Panthers ballpark. That'll be at 12:15 p.m. also. And then that night we will have Ridgepoint Panther baseball against Hightower in a district game. So for Skylar Gillespie, Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat, Patrick Kennick, Bob McKay, and yes, even James Kovaleski. Roger Smith saying thank you so much for being with us, and we hope you enjoy everything that happens in the next 9 days, if you're part of the public education system, I hope you can recharge your batteries and relax and make the most of it. So goodbye from Deer Park. Again, our final score, Clear Falls 2 and Ridge Point 0. Goodbye, everybody, and God bless. We'll talk to you on Monday.